loves, welcome back to A Good Life Farm. So I am in the kitchen today. This morning is actually Wednesday morning. I was so busy working on other things yesterday, I didn't get a chance to actually film this part for my Wednesday videos. I got dogs playing in the living room. So while my first thing is in the oven, I'm going to do a quick edit and get this video uploaded for Wednesday. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Those of you who are traveling, I hope you have safe travels and that there is just full tummies, new memories, and lots of laughs and great times with your loved ones. So for me, the holiday season actually started a few weeks ago because, as you guys know, I do keep the biblical feasts and did Sukkot and everything. And one of the things that I have been asked about, and I actually did talk about one other time in the past, is why, if I'm a Christian, and actually let me insert here, I had an interesting comment on one of my videos recently where someone told me to just stop lying and tell people I was Jewish. I'm not Jewish. I am, I guess you could call me messianic. I am simply a whole Bible believer, and I believe that the biblical feasts were a gift to us from the Lord, and that there is incredible meaning to them, and that it is a joy to do them. So that's where I stand on that. But that said, I have had people ask me why, as a Christian, I would actually celebrate Hanukkah. And I think Hanukkah is a really fun holiday. But while it is not a biblical feast, it does have a lot of tremendous meaning, just like the holiday of Purim, which I celebrated earlier in the year. I shared a Hamantaschen cookie recipe that is a traditional treat that is served and shared during that time. But I did film a video back in January. It was a multi-part video where I talked about a bunch of different things. And so I just wanted to share again my reasoning, or part of my reasoning, I should say, as to why I celebrate Hanukkah. And so I'm just going to share that portion of the video right here. So the first question, or the first topic that I have gotten a lot of questions about, really was in the past few weeks, especially back in November, was about Hanukkah. If you follow me on social media other than YouTube, whether it's Instagram or one of the other platforms, throughout the season of Hanukkah, I posted photos and all of that every evening celebrating Hanukkah. And I received a ton of questions, emails, private messages, people wondering why I celebrate it. And so I thought I would talk about that for a little bit. So a lot of people, hey Nebsy, I opened the door, he's got to come running. Oh, and I think I see, well, Stumper's out there too. I don't know if she'll show up. So a lot of people wondered why I celebrated Hanukkah, and this is not the first year that I've done that. I did last year as well. Last year was the first year that I did. And, you know, people wonder, well, I thought you were Christian, you know, why are you celebrating Hanukkah? Someone even went so far as to say I might be offending people. But, you know, here's the thing. Yes, Hanukkah is celebrated by Jews. But, first of all, little piece of trivia. Do you know that the word Jew comes from Judah? That's only one of the 12 tribes. There's a lot more than just Judah. But, you know, if you research what Hanukkah is, what it's about, then it makes you really stop and think that maybe this is something as a believer you might want to think about celebrating. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying that maybe there's more to it than most people think. So back in the day, Alexander the Great had taken over most of the known world at the time. And after he passed away, he had 4 sons who then fought over everything. But it was, you know, there was a lot of lands, a lot of peoples, all living under this, basically a type of captivity. They were under a tyrannical rule, and it was a very ungodly governing society. And there was a lot of strife between the rulers and the rulees. And, you know, there came a point where the temple was desecrated. They sacrificed pigs on the altar. And it was an unholy place to be living, especially if you believed in the one true God. And there came a point where the Israelites, the people of God, were going to be destroyed, where the Torah, the Word of God, was going to just be abolished and banned and everything else. And a group of people rose up and said no. And they fought back. It was unbelievable odds. On paper, it never should have been successful. But there was a group called the Maccabees who said, we are not going to let our faith be wiped from the surface of the earth. We are not going to allow the Word of God to be destroyed and erased. We are going to fight for it. And that's what they did. And they won. And because of that, we now have Hanukkah. And, you know, Hanukkah is a celebration of that military victory by people who should have had zero chance of winning against their tyrannical government. And, you know, you could almost think of it as an Independence Day of sorts, kind of like our 4th of July. And if you look at the Bible, you know, as New Covenant believers, we know in the book of Romans chapter 11, it says that we are the wild vine that has been grafted in to the cultivated vine, that we are adopted into the people of God, and we have become part of Israel. Well, if you're an immigrant and you move to a land and you become one of their citizens, one of their people, and that is your new country, don't you celebrate the holidays of that country, the special occasions for that country? Don't you take on some of the customs? I mean, we don't think anything of somebody coming here from Germany and celebrating Independence Day because they're now a citizen. Of course they would celebrate Independence Day, right? So I don't think it should be all that strange for people who are grafted in to honor and celebrate the special occasions of the culture. And so that is why I decided to celebrate Hanukkah. And believe it or not, I actually know a lot of New Covenant believers who also celebrate Hanukkah. You know, I'm not an anomaly. There's actually a lot of us out there. Just many of them don't have a public presence like I do. And so with that, I've got dogs going crazy outside. I've got my Bluetooth speaker. I've got everything set up. And we're about to get started with all of the prep. And here came my helper, just in time. Hi, baby girl. Say hi. Willow's going to have her first Thanksgiving. Mwah. Alright, so that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me here in the kitchen. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And have a great Thanksgiving.